Hello everyone, Krydex here, and welcome back to, whatever this is called, ClaustOREphobic. We were picking up right where we left off, and apparently we ran out of coal, which is odd. But we spent so long designing our blueprints that our base ran out of power. So let's try to get things started back up here. Wait, what? What? Apparently everything has stopped. All of our ore ran out. So it's a good time for recursive blueprints. Probably not quite there, though. We're gonna... Yeah, all the miners ran dry. We're gonna need to still craft bots and a bunch of combinators and a bunch of other things. So I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger on all the recursive stuff. So we will need to build at least one more manual line of mining. Ooh, just in time too. Look at the uranium there. Okay, let's get the base fired back up here. Yeah, and we don't have any sort of buffer system for the coal power here. Probably should. Even something basic, like, let's see, something like this, and this, and this. Output left, input left. Do that, do that, do this, do this. You know, even something like that's helpful. I should probably balance it. Okay. There we go. Base has started back up. And looks like our blue science backed up, so I can research a few more things. Not that I really need anything right now. Guess logistics robots can bring me things. Worker robot speed. Oh, that's cargo size. Speed is more important at the moment. Okay. How many bots do we have? I wonder. Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, that's plenty of bots. I can just grab some more steel and red circuits then, which also built up, to get some more roboports. And I think I want to automate the combinators because they are kind of a pain in the butt. So we need cables and circuits. Speaking of circuits, I'm going to speed this up a bit. Oh, I guess the copper's the issue. I might need a few more miners before we go completely. What happened here? Why does that? Oh, right. The auto deconstruct was turned off. All right. Well, we are going to have plenty of ore soon enough. Okay, that'll keep things going. And trying to remember now, we've got the Extendo mining, and that one we're gonna need pipes, combinators, power poles, undergrounds, regular. So I did get a bunch of passive provider chests already. Let's get a few more. We'll just put... Oh wait, that's not... There we go, that one. Inserters probably should be on there. That should be on there. Pipes. Anything else? I think that's it. Maybe long inserters, filter inserters, steel. Oh, I haven't automated medium power poles, have I? So we need copper, steel, and iron. Well, we have plenty of extra copper, so let's just try to jumpstart things a bit here. Where else does copper go? Down here. In the batteries. Anywhere else? I think that's all the copper inputs. I can even put a bunch in a few of these guys. So that'll get distributed. Oh, you know, I never took a screenshot for the last episode. Let's do that. Designing the Extendo drill. An exercise in patience. Alright, I'll get this one placed over here. Put the bots in. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the extra ore too. We can distribute that. Get rid of the iron, get rid of the coal. I have plenty. Too much, in fact. And now we have backup coal. Good. How's power in general? Power is okay. I should probably expand power a little bit. We have some good space down here anyway. I could pretty easily... Oh, that was connected. There we go. Okay, oil's still running. We actually have a good amount of oil. Of course, that doesn't fit. One tile too big. But yeah, I'd like to get a couple more going here. That water connected. We need 4 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do it. Okay, so now that we have copper, where's steel? Isn't steel supposed to be around here somewhere? Yeah. Oh, it kind of stops, doesn't it? No, it's on this belt. So, let's see. I do need iron sticks. That's kind of the annoying part. But I can just yoink them off of here. And do that. To make the medium power poles. And yes, we will need more steel. But we at least got that automated. Provider chest. 2 squares. And combinators, which are circuits and more wire. Should be easy enough, considering those are on a belt already. We can just go ahead and make all the combinators. There we go. And I will need another RoboPort, because we can't quite get there. And RoboPorts are not cheap. Need a lot of red circuits. I'll make 2 more while I'm here. And then I think that's it. I think at this point it's just a matter of actually getting all of the blueprints built. Oh, and then getting sulfuric acid routed over there so we can get uranium. Oh, and I need to add in uranium filters to my belts here as well. But I can do that easily enough. Get the new power up and running. Kind of forgot about that, let's be honest. No uranium will go to the last one. What? Oh, you're saying uranium will go here. Oh, you're right. I kind of forgot. I thought we had already been smart and not done the 4th filter for the last ore. I guess uranium just is that last square already, because there's only 5 types of ore in vanilla. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. Then this is uranium. And for now... Well, yeah, let's just do it this way. For now, it will also go in chests. I'm smarter than I think. Yeah, once in a while. The problem is it goes both ways. Sometimes I think I'm smarter than I am, and that's usually more punishing. Usually more punishing. I think we're ready, though. Are we ready for the big automation of our mining? Need to pipe over the sulfuric. Do I have enough of these yet? No, I'm really short on green chips, which are iron-related problems. Not surprising. Did I ever do the tool belt? I did. I got all the iron from there. Let's maybe get some more iron. Uh-oh. Am I gonna have enough? Yes, just enough. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're really out of iron. But what can you do? If we can get enough of these automated drills running, it should fix things. Oh, crap. Trees. I have no idea what happens with trees. Am I gonna have to and cliffs? So when... When the deconstruction happens, I might have to change the width and height of that to... Okay, so that's stopped, but it should continue once... Let's test here. Yeah, I don't know if it does like a shift click or not. That's what I'm trying to figure out as well. So let's place trees. Where are the trees? Is it in entities? Yes. Okay, so let's say there's some lovely trees in my way. And then we're gonna need a storage tank. All right, let's see what happens. So we get all the stuff mined, and then it succeeds, and I don't have to change anything? Yes! It works. Okay, so it does do the equivalent of a shift click with the blueprints. Perfect, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, I completely forget how cliff explosives work in this game, because I never play with cliffs. I have to have them, and then the bots will automatically use them? Is that how that works? And then you can, like, shift-click blueprints over cliffs? Because, yeah, I literally never, ever play with cliffs. I think other than that, well, no, the speedrun had cliffs turned off, too. Oh, yeah, I haven't played with cliffs, maybe literally ever? Maybe the Warptorio run had cliffs. I think the Warptorio run had cliffs. Oop, that was important. Okay, let's get rid of all this extra stuff. And then we are going to need a RoboPort on the forefront of all of this. And I mean, I think we're pretty much ready. Have these things built up at all? Can I start plopping them down? Or are they still too far away? Oh yeah, we got plenty. Okay, so we've got the combinators. I need the deployers. That's right. What do they cost? They cost red circuits and steel chests. Okay, I might just make those by hand for now. It's kind of annoying. Uh-oh, and these never got connected. That's on me. That's on me. Oh, man, come on. Purple port will not fit. Of course you won't. Never connected the rods to building. There we go. Now we've got medium power poles. And now the bots will come to pick up my trash. I don't like their default filters, though. I only want the filters I want. Now one inserter is blocked with gears. What? Oh. Good call. Alrighty, let's get the Extendo miners. Let's get the Extendo miners going. So I do need a bunch of the blueprints, however, because I don't have a system to copy them in. So I will just need a bunch in my inventory. So we'll do a chest and a constant combo with a C signal, and then I need a deployer with the proper make a copy in it. And then we connect that. And then I should just be able to, yeah, just take as many as I want out. Okay. And then I'm going to delete these other ones just so I don't accidentally put the wrong blueprint in. Sweet. Okay, so then let's begin over here, shall we? The other thing that's kind of funny about this design is it will fail if there's a big, if there happens to be, I guess, a 2x5 section with no ore in it, then a miner can't be placed, and it will just, it'll peter out and die. So, like, I could have one here that just goes left because it'll catch these ores, but yeah, it is kind of funny. I'm kind of scared, but I think we're ready, right? Are we ready for the big... Just to start plopping these down? It just feels wrong. Clearly, I'm not ready. Sensei, I'm not ready. I don't know. I'm going for it. Should probably have the blueprint in my inventory. Okay, we don't have enough power poles. I'm gonna place some of my own. And there's the deployers. Oh, the sound of bots doing their things. Also, we can see the bots. The last couple times I've played, you haven't been able to see the bots because they make lag. Okay, so then the thing we need to do is connect this one to that one. We'll see if it works. Oh, the deployers, right? Need the... There we go. We'll see if it works. Now let me go get the... Probably just copy that too. We're gonna need a bunch of those. Sulfuric acid over here. Uh-oh. I've run out of spots. Haven't I? It's okay. Go under the water. Okay, so sulfuric acid. Where's a good spot, even? Maybe here? No. That's literally where my oil is. I can move the oil, though. Okay. Oh. Works out nicely. Okay, sulfuric acid. Now we will get uranium. Beep. And that should do it. Alright, alright, alright. There we go. Now, the other question I have is this going to lag my game? This many combinators? It's going to be a lot of combinators. Like a lot, a lot. It's back? What do you mean it's back? It never left. Has never left, will never leave. So, Scott, I thought about that. Like, I could move, like, chunks of 3 miners at a time or 5 miners at a time. The problem with that is as we've talked about before, the miners on the edges take longer than the miners in the middle. And so if I start trying to control chunks of miners, then it's possible that the ones in the middle have no mining targets when it tries to move. And I don't know, there's all sorts of small little issues that pop up. And I thought it'd just be simpler to go with this version. Okay. Turns out this is harder to do than I thought, because this is a kind of nightmare to look at. Alright, well there's 6. 6 auto miners. What's that? Oh, we need some storage? For what? Didn't I already build one of those? Am I making that up? I might be making that up. I also forgot to throw the blueprints in here. Power lines need a combinator? What? What just happened there? Uh-oh. Oh, a comb. Like messy hair comb. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not working. Oh no. What's happened? All my hard work. You're supposed to be working. Oh, goodness. So, I didn't think about this in the last episode, but you remember how we were like, oh, there's this issue of depending on, you know, if the bots place the miner first or this first, we'll see the ore or we won't, and depending on whether we see the ore or we don't, when this decider's built, that'll change whether it sends an initial red pulse or not. Well... Oh, wait, no? Maybe? Hold on. Now I'm just asking myself... Yeah, if it sends the initial red pulse, but this arithmetic combinator's not built yet, then it won't get the additional counter for X. So now we run into the issue of this gets built first before this, and now, or no, the decider gets built first. Yeah, because I was pasting it in the editor where they all pasted immediately, but that's not how it's actually built. So what we really need is something that is immune to the initial pulse and works otherwise. Yeah, it's all screwing up. Okay, well, you know, you live and learn. We'll build some new ones. We'll let the bots figure that crap out. For now, let's go back to here. Hey, look, it worked. I didn't know the editor kept running too. It went all the way to the end. That's really cool. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so how do we fix this initial... So the initializing issue needs to be fixed, so we might as well connect it all. No, I didn't fix it by adding the wire later, because now it's between these two, is the problem. Like, we're still sending a red pulse and then adding it by having nothing connected at first, or if this gets built first, it sends the red pulse before we can add it. So the order still matters. There's still two ways that it can be built, and it changes the X variable. So we basically need it so that no matter what happens, the X variable is just 0, which means we need this decider combinator to not fire off. at all until we've already had one full cycle. And I'm not sure how to do that. Because everything is equal to 0 when it's receiving no signal. So how do I have it so that it can't fire off a red signal? This blinking is killing me. Think. We could... I mean, I don't want to do an RS latch. That feels way too complicated. That's like 3 more combinators. I could move the negation to before the pulse generator. What? The negation of what? Have it trigger on anything as less than 0. You say funny words, magic man. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I sort of have an idea what you're talking about. Like, are you talking about negating the OR signal in the first place? And then if anything's less than 0, that means we have OR, and then we have this trigger. But the problem... Because right now... Yeah, I mean, it's hard to fix because we want it to send out a pulse when the OR reaches 0. But we don't want it to send out a pulse just for existing. So we might need to do the thing that I was talking about in the Discord earlier with Icy, where I, like, subtract 1 from the OR counts. But then that requires, like, another constant combinator, or... because there's different types of OR. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Because there is a way that we could just have it so that, like, the OR counts, you know, are the OR counts minus 1. I'm never just gonna have 1 OR, so I don't have to worry about that. And then... but I'm thinking some sort of initialization is maybe a better idea. Where it doesn't initialize until it sees OR, and once it sees OR, then it's allowed to fire off. So, like, there's some sort of thing that sends a signal. No. Dave, I guess that would work. But then I need to wait till it's all built and then paste it again. That's a lot more manual labor. And then that would delete whatever the counter was at by pasting it over it again. Send a signal that you have to delete manually. Yeah, I mean, I need to manually add the blueprints, but it's kind of annoying if I then have to go back and paste over all of them a second time. Then I'm basically building every single one twice, but I have to take a break in the middle for the bots to build it. I don't love that. But what I was just about thinking is like, oh, we could have another signal that keeps it from 0 until it sees OR, but then what if that one isn't built yet? Like, this is all about the order of building. Because this can trigger on a condition that we don't like. And that's the problem. So it's almost like what we need to do is change the condition that this triggers on. Turn off the constant combinators in the blueprint. That wouldn't fix it. Because the issue is this one. The issue is the variable x being incremented when this sends a red pulse. The constant combinators are fine. And again, the issue is sometimes it will send a pulse, which will add -2 or 2 to the x, whatever we have it set to. And sometimes it will send the pulse before this one and this one are built together. And so there's two different states that it can be in depending on how it gets built. We would like to remove that completely, where that's not possible. Which, yes, Java Flux, that's correct. And I don't want to have to do that. I would rather increase complexity slightly so that I don't have to do anything manually. Yeah, I mean, Space Destructor, you're not wrong that, like, technically that's the way we would have to do it if we wanted it to be guaranteed to work. But there's enough ore in a miner that it's going to take long enough that I'm not worried about it not being built by the time the miner's done. We basically just need a way for it not to trigger until we go from ore to not having ore. Right now it just triggers on having nothing. So we need a way for it's like, it only triggers if we have nothing and we just had something, right? Like, that's when we want it to trigger. Exactly. A-lore, we want it to set it up so it only pulses on a falling edge. Right now it just pulses on any sort of 0. So it's almost like we need an everything equals 0 and something. We'll need at least one more combinator for sure. Ideally, we only have one more. Like, what if I had... A clock won't work, though, Java, because what if the clock isn't built yet? You know what I mean? Like, we need to change the condition of sending a red pulse. That's the only solution here. We need the condition of the red pulse sending to be changed so that it won't accidentally get sent as the thing is being built. And then we can just know that it's not going to get sent, and we can change these back to the number they're supposed to start at. So the combinator that sends the pulse itself needs to have some sort of condition that won't get triggered. You know, like yellow equals 1 or something. Or we'll do a check signal or something. So a check signal will be the firing, you know, the firing starting pistol. And that will only get sent maths minus a plus b is less than 0, 1. What? A plus b is less than 0. So A is anything is greater than 0, so that will only start being true once everything's set up. Oh, you're basically having me do the same thing I already did for the thing to make the pulse in the first place. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So instead of... God, this is so hard. My brain... This just breaks my brain directly in half. So if we have... But I think I get what you're saying. So you're saying if anything is greater than 0, this is only getting... This is only happening while we have OR. And then we do a negate doodad like we did before. So this is only happening while we have OR. And now this is only happening when we start to get OR. And it will stop, this is the important part, it will stop happening, it will become false, it will go from true to false when we run out of OR. And that's the important one. So it will send a -1 pulse when we run out of OR. And that's the pulse that we actually want to send the red +1. So instead, I should be able to... Oh, this always bothers me that in the decider combinator, you can't output like a -1 or something. So I can send the red pulse, and then I can make this be the negative red pulse. But then we need to negate it. Because everything else was... Well, I can change these around. It'll mess up my north one. No, we don't need to add the third combinator. Because we can just change that to less than 0, change that to less than 0, change that to +2, and we're done. Might as well fix these while I'm at it. -4. -4. I think I know what I'm doing. There's a very high chance I'm fooling myself. But now this is sending... Once we stop having OR, we get a pulse of -1. And we're replacing this one entirely. We're replacing this one with these two. We're imagining doing that. So if we did that, then that means on the, we get a pulse of +1 when the miner is built. Is that gonna mess anything up? That does nothing for this guy. What even is this one? What even is this combinator? What? Is that in all of them? The heck is this one for? Red is greater than 0, output red. What is this doing? No, the 1 tick delay is on this one. Why do I need a 1 tick delay for this one? I don't. I think I just have an extra combinator. Right? I don't think I need that one. Pretty sure. Oh god, now I'm undoing everything. No, the 1 tick delay comes from this. The red to blue signal. So what the heck is this? I don't even know what the heck this is for. Oh god. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna rip this apart a little bit. This one, I don't think I will need either, since this is the one that makes it a pulse. But I'm already making it a pulse by doing this version. So I don't need that pulse maker. And I don't need this one. And I don't know what the heck this is. What are you doing? Why did I build you? I don't think this was in my original plans, even. It's not even connected to anything. Oh, I guess it was connected to something. Was it? What's the input? Does this one even have an input? The input is the pulse, right? This is the pulse? Oh, it was to not mess things up on the falling edge. It was keeping things positive. Because a pulse of -1 was going to mess with my adder. That's what it was. I literally don't know what all of these do. I mean, I know that's... I guess I do know what all these do. I think those are bit shift. I don't think that would do anything for us. That's what this was. I remember now. It wasn't in my original plan, but that's because I didn't think about the falling edge problem. So... God. So we basically want the same thing. But now... Okay. Okay, hold on then. God, my brain hurts so bad. This is worse than... Why don't I just play Pionodons at this point? Oh, God. My brain would hurt less. Okay, so at this point, what we want is... I don't know what do I want? I don't know what I want. I think anything is greater than 0, and we just change this to less than 0? Is that literally it? Did we just fix it? I think that's actually all we need to change. Because now, let's walk through it. Let's walk through it. So if A is true, which is having OR. Well, let's start with even before that happens. As we're constructing it, will this go off? It will not, because we won't have anything greater than 0. The only time this will trigger is once we have OR. As soon as we have OR, signal coming in, then it will send a red signal. That red signal will hit this first decider combinator and do nothing, because it's a signal of 1. Nothing will happen. That signal will then also hit the negator, and the negator then also goes into here, which brings the total red signal back down to 0. Nothing's happened. Then once the OR runs out, which will happen eventually, then this starts outputting a red signal of 0, which gets combined with the currently output red signal of -1. That sends my red pulse. Everything's good to go. Okay. So that was actually a very simple fix that I'm pretty sure fixes the problem. basically it won't initialize into a condition where it can trigger until it sees ore. And then it can only trigger from not seeing ore, which means the only way this could now screw up is if we mined out all the ore that we see before the blueprint's done building, that's just not going to happen unless I like run out of something or something weird. So I'm not worried about that. Okay. Oh my goodness. This game, y'all. This freaking game. So now we change these to -4 because I was relying on that -2 being there. And I think we're good. And I think now I can copy this as my... Also, what is this weirdness where, like, it's in your thing, but it's not? So, Extendo Mining West. Select new contents. Bam. Oh, yeah. And now we can connect this. Which is really nice. So I don't have to do that manually. And yeah, the belt got removed. Wait. Before you break. I want to copy this. Uh-oh. It didn't deconstruct. The deconstruct should have worked. I don't have the blueprint in here to reconstruct, but it should have deconstructed. Hmm. Now what? Now what's the problem? It is false when there are no inputs. Yes. Wait. Is false greater than 0? No. False is 0, right? Why did this not work then? Shouldn't that have triggered on the falling edge of us not having ore? Let's try it again. Oh, my X is too large. That's, I think, what happened. Okay, hold on. I wish there was a... Oh. You can just enable it. Okay. We'll rebuild that. We'll put this... I don't have one in mind. I need a cool, like... Getting confused on this one. Call it EX for Extendo. Extendo mining. There we go. Okay, so now I think it's gonna work because I reinitialized the X to 0. Let's find out. Huzzah! I'll just make sure it works a second time before we get too excited about things. With an in for north. Yeah, there's a rotate. We don't need the north on this one. Sweet. Okay, we fixed it. Whew. Ooh boy, what a game. What a game this is. This is indeed a game of all time. Let's back up here. Get a miner placed. Connected. Disable for a second. Did I need to change anything else, or are we good to go? I think we're good to go now. No, it's this part. So that's the full initialized. Everything's good to go. This is my blueprint. Probably will remember this though, so I need to enable that. It'll take a few seconds. Extendo mining west. Select new contents. Bingo. Save. Okay. Back to the base. We still have coal. And with any amount of luck, I can plop down my Extendo mining west here. And yeah, with any amount of luck, this just works. Why are these not mining? What? What? Uh-oh. Why did they deconstruct a belt? Oh no. This is the wrong blueprint. This is the wrong damn blueprint. How did I get this one? That's the old one. That's why it didn't work. You go away. You're the real one. Yeah, with the green. Green light. Make it come. There we go. Yeah, don't forget to insert the blueprint. Yeah, I probably will, let's be honest. That'll break in the editor in a way it won't in the real thing because there's a hole in the ore. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, this one's not gonna work because there's no ore behind it. That's fine. I was just getting it so I could copy it. Alright. Let's try this again. Giving my construction bots a workout. Okay, they're running. The X variable is at 0. That's a good sign. That's where it's supposed to be. And now I can get rid of all these. And as Dave would say, don't forget to insert the blueprint. Which, again, there is a way to do automatically. I could connect these. I would need another color of wire is the problem. But I could connect them to, like, a global chest that's sending it, and I could send a copy signal once, and they would all copy in to those. But I think that's more work than just doing this. So, let's do it this way. Alright, well, with luck, this is all that we need. With I do mean with luck. I think we need some luck here. Let's clear this out. We're gonna need some more space. Oops. Well, they got deconnected from power, and it didn't break everything, so that's good. I don't know exactly what happens to combinators when they lose power. I don't want to think about that. Oh, I stole the bots. Thank you. Yeah. Never lose power, exactly. That is still the plan. I don't know how successful we'll be with it, but that is the plan. Alright, well, for better or worse, I'm just... Oh, that doesn't work. There's no ore. Oh, man. This is... Is this a nightmare, or is this a dream? Dream come true, or nightmare come true? You decide. You decide. The X tracking memory cell will lose its value? Oh, God. Oh, no. That's really bad, actually. That's a bad problem to have. How would you fix that? I feel like I'm just in combinator hell right now. Charleston, you redeemed a hydrate. I need to do that. And then I need to be done with this YouTube episode. Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening! And I think it's happening correctly. So, go team? Alright. You. Oh, look at this. We're getting into the uranium up here. Okay, that one. I will build this one here because it fits, and I'll just have to build another miner up here to get rid of that tiny bit of ore in the way. It would rebuild the lane if X is reset. No, because it doesn't know... Yeah, it only advances when it loses the ore signal, and so it doesn't know how to find where it's supposed to be at. Unfortunately. Let's see, let's get this pasted in. I don't have to build it. Don't forget blueprint insertion. Thank God you're there to remind me, Dave. You'd think I'd remember by now. You'd think I'd remember by now. Okay. Somehow they all ended up on the same side of the belt. How did I do that? Those are on the... No, they're not. We're good. Probably want redundant power lines. Yeah. Yeah, they do all kind of break. So the other way to prevent that would be to figure out how to use a resource scanner to find where you're supposed to build, and then do that. That is even more a pain in the butt. So, seems to be working for now. And there's our first uranium. Look at it in all of its green glory. And I think we've done it. I think we now will just get to watch this blueprint march slowly into the world. Hey, Hansa, thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, the sorter will output uranium out the back, which I put in these chests. So right now we're just storing the uranium. And I will need to build some new roboports once we get back here, but that'll take a little while. Wow. Wow. So on the to-do list is to fix the north-facing one and to just add a bunch more. So we can actually get like a full belt of ore. Oh my goodness. Wow. I did it. We did it. I needed y'all's help, let's be honest. We did it. But, you know, that was pretty satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. Impressive or horrific, you decide. I mean, look at all these wires. I'm very excited for Combinator 2.0, which will be in the expansion. That's gonna be nice. I also just realized we could have had the pipes every other miner, I guess. Well, but if they go at different rates, it'd be weird, but... yeah. Yeah, I definitely think the resource scanner would be an interesting way to go about this, because you can also so check this out. Let me craft one just so you can see what it can do. There's a part of me that wants to almost try to figure out how to use it as well. But it's pretty messy, because you send it signals and that picks the area that it scans. You can also set these manually. And so if we go like 40 by 40, then it's going to scan... oh no, that's the offset, sorry. 0 offset. The width and height is what I'm thinking of. So it'll scan, you know, an area of the map, and then you can set filters on like what you want it to find. So we could find items on the ground, which there probably aren't any of, or maybe some more. No, none. You can look at ghost buildings. Are there any ghost buildings? You can look at buildings. You know, what buildings are there? Bam. Now it's sending all the buildings as an output. So this is how you really get your recursive blueprints to be smart about things, because they can read the world. And you can also read raw resources, which is like resources in the ground. And so what we could do is we could set some sort of system that when we build the blueprint, it marches its way to the left, scanning for resources until it finds ore, and that's where it builds the miner. And then once it runs out of ore, it deconstructs the miner, and then just starts the process again. That would be the other main way I was thinking of doing it. But that seemed more complicated. Maybe it would have been easier. I don't really know. We did it the way we did it, though, and I'm sure as heck not undoing it at this point. This is a thing of beauty. Let me set up some lights along the edge, and then I think we'll have to call it a YouTube episode, because we are pretty far past the 40-minute goal that I generally have for myself. But yeah, there you go. Recursive blueprints. We figured it out. And now, at this point, it should feel like a fairly normal game of Factorio, just a little bit slower. I am still going to beat it. Of course, I've put in this amount of time and effort, but I'm just going to set up a bunch more of the recursive blueprints, let them march across the map slowly, and we'll just keep building stuff until we launch a rocket. So yeah, for those of you on YouTube, if you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon. Very much appreciate all my supporters. You get a shout out. I am about to do some shout outs. I do wait until, you know, the first month you've actually supported me. And then your name in the credits, which is cool, but, you know, it's your money. Why throw it at a random internet streamer? So you do what you want with it. And then if you want to follow me on Twitch, feel free to do so. The other funnest thing to do is join the Discord, where we talk about Factorio and all sorts of other things. There's some people running space exploration right now talking about that. And every once in a while, for a while, we were doing a multiplayer server over there, but only if interest level is high enough and stuff, we can fire up another one. But yeah, so head over to the Discord. There's a link in the About section. And as for this episode, it is over. So see you guys next time.